Okay, says live on my end.
Yep.
Okay, so hello and welcome to the College Cheese Podcast, episode 147. 3 episodes away from 150. We still don't have anything planned, so don't ask.
Mm-mm.
Well, one person has asked, jokingly.
Oh, yeah?
Anyway, yeah. Anyway, so as always, I'm your host Al, and 2 of the regulars are here. Joe and Nate are here.
What's up?
And we got some news we can discuss. Apparently, this is I'll just get this out of the way real quick because this is literally breaking news. This was posted about 2 minutes ago on Twitter. Apparently, on the 20th, which is Thursday, there's an Animal Crossing Direct.
Oh,
so as one of my friends said on Twitter, is this what you wanted? Because like these Animal Crossing fans, they're kind of rabid. A little bit. I'm not one of them.
I am not one of them.
So it's like I like Animal Crossing, but it's like, it's Animal Crossing. It's gonna be the same thing, or mostly the same thing, except on an island, a deserted island that you have to make into a civilization before Tom Nook takes it over with his tyranny.
An island, you say?
Yeah, I think it's an island.
No, I'm 100% joking. Isn't it always an island?
I don't think so. Because I think before it was like a forest.
My knowledge of Animal Crossing is like this, cut in half, but I have it like this for the camera.
It's okay. But yeah, so apparently there is an Animal Crossing Direct. It's gonna be on Thursday at 9 a.m. Eastern, so that's 6 a.m. Pacific, for a roughly 25-minute live stream Animal Crossing New Horizons Direct, featuring an in-depth look at Nook Incorporated's Deserted Island Getaway Package, which is basically the story of the game, where it's like you go on this vacation to this island, and you basically turn it into a new town. Like I said before, Tom Nook takes it over with his tyranny and corruption. Anyway, but yeah, it's Animal Crossing. It'll be fun. It's gonna be basically this like. I never understand like these fandoms and communities. I'm not trying to bash anybody here, but I never understand like fan bases who are just like they're like foaming at the mouth for information. I'm like, it's Animal Crossing. We basically know what we're going to be getting.
You're just getting the 2020 version,
right? It's like, it's got a crafting system now. That's cool, I guess. You can make a frog chair by collecting 10 pieces of wood and 6 frogs.
10 pieces of wood. That's a lot of wood
for one chair, and 6 frogs. This frog chair has actual frog in it.
I mean, listen, we've all watched Fullmetal Alchemist, right? Equivalent exchange.
Sure.
If you want a frog chair, it's going to cost 6 frogs.
Sure. Yeah. Let's see. So yeah, Animal Crossing. I'll watch it because I like Animal Crossing.
How long do you think it's going to be? Like a 20-minute?
I think they said roughly 25 minutes. So I'm like, okay. They'll probably go over like maybe the crafting system and maybe introduce some new villagers or something like that.
Okay.
Other than that, I'm like I said, it's Animal Crossing. It's like it's a life simulator. It's fun, but it's a life simulator. Maybe they'll finally add like a time limit that you can pay Tom Nook back his money by. It's like, you owe Tom Nook this much money. You have 6 months to pay it back. Otherwise, he'll come in and tear your house down.
Yeah.
I don't know. On other really quick random Nintendo news, apparently a trailer got leaked this morning for the new Cooking Mama game. My mom's pretty excited about that. So that's going to be coming out in March, apparently. It's going to be $40. And it's got a photo mode, so you can take pictures of the food you make.
Are we talking like Final Fantasy 15 food? Like quality wise?
Probably not. I mean, Joe, you played Final Fantasy 15.
I mean, the food in Final Fantasy 15 is
ridiculous.
It's ridiculous.
Yes.
It is unnatural.
But
I mean,
tasty.
There is no real world food that looks that good.
Not even rainbow grilled cheese? Because that's something you can make in the new Cooking Mama.
That sounds real special. I get that cheese comes in a variety of colors, I guess, but still.
I don't want purple cheese.
Mm-mm. Mm-mm.
Anyway. But yeah, so new Cooking Mama games coming out. Apparently that trailer got leaked. Quote unquote. Because I never believe leaks anymore. But yeah, it's gonna be coming out in March. Apparently, it's gonna be $39.99. It's pretty neat. And also, they've revealed a new color for the Switch Lite. They're coming out with a new color for the Switch Lite.
Okay, what's the color?
It's pink,
Nice.
Pink or pale pink?
like a coral pink.
Because people who like pink, there's a specific pink that they like.
Mm.
It's pretty. It's like a coral, like kind of like pastel pink. It's not like electric pink.
Okay.
You know. So, I mean, it looks kind of nice. I mean, I'm not getting it because I don't really want a Switch Lite because I already have a Switch.
Well, so that's the thing, right? So like, I wonder how many people, like a percentage of people, buy a Switch specifically because it comes a different color.
I know a couple people who have done that. I know people like who have like traded in like a Switch or a 3DS for like just another color or their Joy-Cons or something.
I don't know. I've never been one to do that, I guess.
I know, it's like, to me it just seems like kind of like a waste of money. You know,
Yeah.
It's like if you don't like, obviously there's like a bunch of websites and really good like online shops that you can buy like decals and stuff. Or like covers for like your Switch or your 3DS or something where it's like, okay. But yeah, so there's gonna be a new pink Switch Lite for those of you who are interested. I mean, like, when are they gonna come out with a rose gold one so you can have a bunch of dudes feeling insecure and call it bros gold?
Can I just say,
because didn't they do that with the iPhone?
Yeah.
Like a lot of dude, like they came out with like it was a rose gold iPhone, right?
Yes. Yeah.
Yeah, and I saw online like a lot of dudes are like, oh, that looks kind of nice, but it's kind of gay, so I'm going to call it bros gold instead of rose gold.
The rose gold was just we can't call it pink, but it's pink.
Okay.
Because it was literally the gold, but like in the right light, it was pink.
Oh no, is it one of those like what color's the dress?
Hang on, I got one right here actually. And it probably won't show up well on camera.
It's like a bronze.
Yeah.
It's like whatever. It depends on the light that it hits it. It shows up as rose gold.
Okay.
But essentially, it's just a gold phone.
At least it's not one of those what color is the dress situations again.
Because that was Noel's phone for the longest time.
Okay.
And then you have the back of one of them, and that's just regular silver. So in terms of like the way that light's hitting it, it all depends. That's all.
Okay. Hey, Aaron's here. What's up?
What's up? Sorry, a little bit late. Had to finish up something on final.
No problem. No problem.
You know,
it's okay.
It is what it is.
Big Pat's there.
Was it like 5.2 or whatever? I saw somebody tweeting about that earlier.
Mm-hmm. We got the 4
5.2
new grades. So we got
version 5.2.
Oh.
Yeah, we got E5, 6, 7, and 8. And Ruby Weapon from 7 for our trial, so Primal Fight.
The Ruby Weapon Hour? Joe will get that.
I didn't get that. I was hoping that someone here got that because I didn't.
Obviously, like if I made that reference, I'm like, Joe is gonna be the only one who gets it.
Maybe one viewer out there will get it too.
Yeah, we make a lot of shitty super best friends jokes on.
Oh no, it's
fine. On our dumb wrestling show, and where nobody's gonna get this except for us. Anyway, yeah, we were just talking about like apparently there's an Animal Crossing Direct on Thursday, and then they revealed a new Switch Lite color, and then new Cooking Mama got leaked. That's about it.
Oh, cool.
But kind of glad at least, like, I mean, I'm glad you're here, Joe, but I'm glad that Nate and Aaron are here because I feel like this podcast is going to be very Atlus heavy because there's a lot of Atlus news going around in the past.
Yes, there is.
So. There's a lot.
There's some also. I can't just say that there's some mundane facts that they're bringing up about this game, and I'm like, I don't care about this. I do care about the
Yeah.
game, but like we'll talk about it later.
Okay.
Yeah.
So like I'm just trying to think of other random like small news bits. Apparently, Final Fantasy VII Remake is going to be 100 gigabytes.
Yep.
Good thing I got my external.
I feel bad for the people who are going to be playing this on like the 500 gigabyte hard drive PS, like the original PS4.
But see, the thing is, right? Like, it's not like we've talked about where, what was it? The PS3, I think the smallest one came with a 20 gig hard drive, right?
Okay.
Yep. I think the smallest PS3 came with a 20 gig hard drive. And then games quickly, the install became bigger than that.
Mm-hmm.
Like, that's an issue. I mean, with the 500 gig hard drive, yes, it is. If you want to put this game on there, it's, was it 20% of your hard drive?
Yeah.
Not including whatever the OS takes.
Yeah.
You know.
Because like it's like you get like a 500 gigabyte PS4. Like realistically, you're getting what, about 380 gigs, 390,
Something like that, yeah.
something like that. It's like I jokingly told Joe, it's like, you know, it's like I'm sure this is gonna happen to somebody where like a friend of theirs is gonna go over to their house and like, hey, you want to play a PS4? I'm like, yeah, sure. And then like, why do you have two PS4s? It was like, well, one's my Final Fantasy VII PS4.
The only situation I can realistically see someone stumbling into that is if they had a Pro and their old one.
Okay.
You know what I mean? Like, you know, literally they're just like, I'm going to throw this on Pro and then put everything else on the regular. I don't know. Like, if I were to say upgrade my launch PS4, which at this point there's no sense to, I'll just wait for the next system. Is I would, if I didn't trade that one in to get the new one, leave that one downstairs and bring one upstairs. Okay. And I have like the upstairs system and the downstairs system. But even that kind of sounds a little rich for my blood. Just saying.
Yeah. But yeah, 100 gigs for like, this is like for, I think they just said for the, like, obviously the part that's coming out, not like the entire, it's not like the entire thing, like all the parts are going to be 100 gigs total. I think this one part is going to be 100 gigs, which is pretty insane.
Let's see. So right now you have Final Fantasy 15, which is at 100 gigs. Red Dead's at 105. Elder Scrolls Online sits somewhere between 85 and 120. Destiny 2 is 165. And Call of Duty Modern Warfare is 175 gigs. Yeesh. Apparently. The top 10 for biggest file sizes. You got Mafia 3, 46.
What about the Shadows of Mordor, like Game of the Year edition? I think that one was like 95, I think. That one was close.
That one's actually not on this list.
Really? Okay.
Yeah.
So I remember I think Jeff was saying that it was like 90 something gigs for the Game of the Year edition.
When was this article put out? No, this was recent. This was in January. Like I said, top of the list there is Call of Duty with 175 gigs.
Including that patch that just came out. That was like 51. It was 51 gigs, I think, on Xbox, but then on PC it was like 68.
Here's a caveat to it, though. Actually, Modern Warfare should end up around 175. It says, once all the DLC comes out for it.
Okay.
So that's including base game and all future DLCs. Which I don't. That's a weird one to say at. Although Destiny is 165 apparently, which I guess makes sense because it's been out for a while and there's a lot of DLC. But you would think that at some point they start reusing assets to keep the file size lower. You know what I mean? I don't know. Also, is this 4K textures or regular? But is this base or pro? Because some games have the additional add-on to get the 4K textures.
Yeah.
So I don't know. Still, if Final Fantasy 15's 100 gigs, then that's just par for the course. Then why did we expect?
Because I saw the tweet about it saying that like 7 was going to be 100 gigs, and everybody's like, has Square Enix never heard of compression or something? Like a lot of people were saying that.
Okay, so yes, you can compress it, but most times the only reason why you compress a texture, is to then unpack it on the system. So like it would make for a smaller download size,
Right.
but then the full size
But-
would still be back up to 100 because you don't want to compress the texture if you're in 4K, or
Right.
you know, if you're doing a high res texture for you to then compress it, there's no point in you doing the high res texture. Joe, you probably agree with me on that, right?
Oh yeah.
Yeah, I mean, because the whole fact of you compressing it down to like a lower quality, you might as well just put a lower quality texture in there anyways. And then at that point, people will start complaining that, hey, why do all my, like, you know, all the skin textures look muddy because they're compressed.
But that's why it's better to make two separate optional, like two separate downloads. One being the regular game, and then the second an optional for high res textures for people that want the better visual fidelity.
Yes. Yep.
Which is why PC rocks.
But this is what they do on the PS4. Because like I said, you can go to the game and then you'll see that either you have, or I think Xbox does it too. Xbox, if you buy it from the store, it sees what system you have, downloads the version of the game for that system. I think Devil May Cry might have had a 4K texture pack too.
I know it does on PC. I don't know about.
We're talking about my ass for this one, but let me look it up.
Okay. Another quick headline. Apparently, I just saw this IGN tweet. Apparently, Google Stadia is officially coming to non-Google devices, including certain Samsung phones and Razer and Asus hardware.
Can I tell you right now that article is such a
Clickbait?
Yes.
I mean, it's IGN.
So it's one of those things where
no, full offense to IGN. IGN is not great.
It's like the time when Sony was keeping remote play to their Sony phones.
Okay.
When the technology was built on Android. So then everyone just kind of hacked it and put it on every Android phone. This is exactly the same thing. It's going to be Google just going, well, we did everything on the Pixel, and literally that's just Android O. Like everything we need for it is in Android O. So this list of like devices that are supported is probably just all the phone manufacturers that are supporting Android O. And that's it. I don't know. Like this is news that's not really news. You know what I mean?
Yeah. It's like I feel like the way that IGN worded it is like they're trying to make it into new. Like
100%.
Yeah. Like you said, like we said, it's clickbait.
And it is technically news because it's coming to a new platform, but you know what I mean? Like it's a bigger audience. That's all it's really opening it up to. Still doesn't open up to iPhone.
Let's see.
Which actually, speaking about things open up to iPhone, xCloud actually opened up to iPhone.
I was just about to read that.
Oh, sorry.
Sorry.
Yeah, that one. The problem with that one is that Test Flight, the system that Apple uses for beta testing, it has a cap of 10,000 users. So literally, by the time I shared that article, I think it was at like 11. They announced it on Major Nelson's blog.
Yeah,
it was already full.
Yeah.
So they said they're going to be rotating people in and out, but even if they have 1 million people, and I'm sure that's the case, you know, it's going to be a long time before I can get it on that.
Yeah, because there's going to be tens of thousands of people. Just let's see. Oh, apparently, Dissidia is dead. They're going to be stopping support for that in the coming month. No more updates coming for arcade or PS4, and no plans for a sequel.
That locks out some trophies too, because I'm pretty sure some of those trophies were online only.
Well, how did the sales do for the game?
Apparently, I was looking at the article. I was reading through the article that I posted in the Slack, and apparently, like the game, like it did pretty well in arcades in Japan, but like on console, like it kind of struggled to find its audience.
It didn't break 500,000.
Oh, geez. Okay.
420,000 as of February 2019, so last year.
Let's see.
You know the funny thing is, I'm sorry. You know the funny thing is, I remember being a Dissidia fan and going, "Oh man, there's an arcade version that was coming out." And then what was it, Aaron? Like maybe a year or two after they announced the arcade version, they announced the PS4. version of it. So I wonder if part of this is the audience that would have played it, like the day one release, probably already did an arcade.
Well,
And then you had the wider audience release, which is like Aaron and us. Aaron, you bought it, right?
Yeah, I still have it.
Yeah. So
I didn't
Aaron,
get any of the DLC characters though.
yeah, so you bought it. I wanted to play it, but not enough to buy it. To be fully honest, just it didn't seem like old school Dissidia to me.
Well, in my defense, that was my first Dissidia game, so of course I was going to jump into it.
Oh, I see. So yeah, so that's where it's interesting because like I played Dissidia 1 and loved that one. Dissidia 2 was not as good as the first one. And then I saw this one and it seemed like they were going in the wrong, like if 1 was steering the right course, right? And then 2 was a little like veering off. They took that curve and were like, we're just gonna go full other lane.
So let me ask you this question then: from 1 to 2, do you feel like the journey there was kind of like a little watered down?
From 1 to 2, so I think combat-wise, what changed from 1 to 2, and that's what I didn't like. They tried to like explore new things in the combat, which I'm game for. If you're gonna add more stuff, whatever. But they like took that and ran with the wrong features that I liked, and went to like this. You know, like I said, this is kind of all the. I don't know how to describe this properly. All the basics are there from the first game. Your open worldness. You know, I think you can still run on walls, run on and whatnot, right?
Yeah.
Yep. So you can still do all the basic movement stuff. Then they added the triple team mechanic, like the three person mechanic, which I think in the first one it was just you versus another person. The second one added the like assists, but not 3 of them on the screen at the same time. And I think this one made it feel more like a
3-man arena fighter.
Yeah. Which is not the way that I liked playing the first Dissidia.
Yeah, the article says here in arcades it's 3-on-3 multiplayer battles work more easily, but on console a lack of single player content and net code that helped to suffocate the complex and often convoluted battle system made it difficult to recommend.
I can see that.
Like I said, I would like, and it's not going to happen, if we could get, because obviously Dissidia 1 is a PSP game.
Yep.
Dissidia 2, I think, is also a PSP game.
I think so.
Was it the? No, I think it might be one of them is a Vita game, I think, or got re-released on Vita.
I think the second one got re-released on Vita.
Yeah. I mean, right now they're like locked into lost systems right now, so it's like, I don't know. I also wonder if part of it was like playing that game on a older system versus playing it on versus playing on a newer one. You might forgive more things. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Let's see. I'll look this up real quick. Let's see. Nope.
Let's fill the dead air.
I'm just looking up the city real quick. What platform is it on?
The city
PSP, yeah.
Yep. I think, like I said, I think I remember playing on PSP and playing on Vita for one of them, I thought. I think 12 was on Vita. It's not 12, but the second one is the city is 0, 1, 2 or something like that.
Yeah.
Yeah, NT is on PS4.
Yeah, that's the recent one. That's the 3v3.
Yep. That's the third one in the series. I'm pretty sure.
Yep.
I do have to say everybody looked nice. I like playing with Cloud of Darkness, and
I think that's the other thing too, is that it was definitely like a leap in graphics. Like I said, it was made for
The game looked great.
Yeah.
Yep.
I just think if they just brought back the one-on-one fights,
Or at least have those as an option. Like you can do 1-on-1s or 3v3s.
yeah, you know what? Exactly. Do a like a tag team system.
Yep.
You know.
Yeah. Dissidia 012 was only on PSP.
Okay. So I never got a port. So that means I was playing that on PSP. Damn.
Speaking of things I wish had like a tag, I wish DOA 6 had that.
Yeah.
I'm really surprised that didn't get added. I can't imagine that it's really taking that long to add in there.
That should have been there at launch.
And that only makes me wonder if that's like
On purpose.
a re-release. You know, so okay. So question: which DOA added tag battle?
5? No.
No,
No,
before
3
that.
had tag.
Now, did
Yeah,
two?
me, you, and Rizzo used to play 3.
so now I'm
And
asking
3
you
had
one thing
tag.
because I remember the game that had that as the tagline, right? It was DOA tag battle, right?
No?
No?
Never one
No.
like that. No.
I'm just wondering if there was a re-release, like another version of the same game that added tag.
I
'Cause I know
don't think.
back then that there was
Because like I'm
no-
trying, like there was Dead or Alive 2, Dead or Alive 2 Hardcore,
Hardcore. Yep.
DOA 3.
I think. All right, hold on.
I know 3. I think it was 3. I don't think 2 had tag.
Okay.
I don't think.
Yeah.
Why would I?
Actually, I think it was 3.
I type in Dead or Alive in Wikipedia, and
Did that band come up?
it came up to the band. Why would it? No. It doesn't even give you the option. Like, did you mean this? Like, nope, I meant the game.
It seems like PS2 had tag. The PS2 one, Dead or Alive 2 had tag.
All right.
Okay.
So
DOA, the DOA 2 Hardcore that came out after 3, I think. Right?
Well, I see a video over here that says Dead or Alive 2 quotations, and then it says PS2, or I should say parentheses, tag versus exhibition matches.
That wasn't the title though, I don't think.
No.
no, it looks like I must have.
It's a
it must have
YouTube
just
video.
been a feature thing that I was thinking about.
Yeah, but it seems to be a
The only real
few.
fighting game to have like tag in its prefix has been Tekken.
Yeah.
Maybe that's what I'm thinking about.
a few.
Yeah, because there was
people
obviously Tekken
looking-
Tag Tournament.
Okay, so yeah, Aaron's right. The second one had tag.
Mhm. A lot of people on Reddit are asking
Oh,
when they're going to
no.
get tag matches for DOA 6.
Funny
There-
thing is, I think in the in the data, I think like some characters have tagline, like tag team voice lines.
I wonder if if it's like it was intentionally supposed to be there, and there's like a game breaking bug that they haven't fixed yet.
That you can only fix by paying money.
Yeah, right.
And,
I mean, if
and-
tag's been there since basically the beginning,
and if you're
I
saying
know-
there's tag lines, if you're saying there's already tag lines in there,
Yeah,
they would have they probably would have just recorded everything
because I
when
think
they
like
had
I
the voice
think
actors.
I read somewhere, and it was like in the files that that Kula has like a tag team line with Marie Rose.
Okay.
Yeah. Point is, just come on, Team Ninja.
So,
Koei Tag Mode. Just
We've
bring
had
tag modes back.
3 versions, 3 like definitive versions of 5.
Yeah, because there's 5 and then
5,
Ultimate,
Ultimate, and
then
then
last round.
oh, there's also Infinite.
Was that the arcade one?
that might have been the
Oh,
arcade version.
that's the
I think that was the I
iOS.
think that was the. Oh, okay.
Oh.
Okay.
Because there's also last round too, like you're saying.
I have a theory about that.
What?
What do
Okay.
you think? Do you think they probably took out tag only to implement it and later just to get more copies sold? Like we were saying, like they'll come out with a different version of it. Like, oh, hey, here's DOA.
I wouldn't put it
last
past them.
round
I mean,
with
like,
tag, just to get people to upgrade.
because like I mean, obviously, like when we love DOA, but like we shit on the marketing a lot,
We do.
Oh,
and it's
the
like
marketing team can go to hell.
right. It's like it's not. It's. I wouldn't put it past him honestly.
Yeah, you take a step back only to say, "Hey, we're taking a step forward." When
Boy, and
technically you're going nowhere.
This is we'll get into more shitty marketing in a bit, but yeah. Speaking of DOA, apparently next Tuesday, they're gonna have a presentation, and the next character is gonna be revealed. The Venus Vacation girl that's coming to 6.
Oh, okay, a fighter, not a Okay,
yeah.
Venus Vacation girl.
Yeah,
it must be
one of the girls
people,
from Venus.
Yeah, one of the people who aren't in the main games is in the Venus, right?
Right.
Yeah.
Oh, you mean
One
like
of the girls that's
Devil Chick?
exclusive to the Venus Vacation PC gotcha game is coming to 6.
You mean like the devil chick? I forget her name.
Yeah, it's not her,
Oh,
or it might be her. Like she's one because like I think I said this like a couple weeks ago on the podcast where it's like they've confirmed that the girl has a 3 symbol name, and it's not Misaki. That's the only 2 things they've confirmed.
oh yeah, it's Kana, right? The devil chick. Or
Yeah, it's
whatever.
Kana. Yeah, Demon Marie Rose.
Oh,
Because she's like a little Oni, but she's basically a lolly.
Yeah.
But let's see. Oh, not that. So yeah, they're going to be revealing the. I mean, take it with a grain of salt. What?
I'm looking at the
character.
Yeah, I see exactly what you're talking about. It literally is just demon version of Mary Rose.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Fetish bait.
I mean, I'm pretty sure like you could say that about any of the DOA girls, really.
Yeah, but it looks like she's underage. That's what I'm saying.
Oh, that's the fetish part. I thought you were the demon part.
She's 1014. Literally, that's her age.
No, I know.
The DOA with you.
I always laugh when you have a character, and this happens like in D&D too, where you have a race that lives longer than 100 years.
Yeah.
It always tends to be their average lifespan is 400. I'm 327 because they would use 27 as their normal age anyways. They just tack 300 or 400 on the beginning.
It's like Neo Tengu because Neo Tengu is 1018.
Yep.
Mm-hmm.
God.
So you could just say they're over 1,000 years old. Why did you have to put emphasis on like she's 1014 or she's 1018?
Well, would you be concerned if they were like she's 1004?
She still has the demeanor of like a late 30s, early 40s mature woman.
Who does?
Neo Tengu.
Well, I mean, I'd hope so. At that age.
I don't even think she's like 40. She looks like she's in her 20s or something like that. Well, late.
But like just her demeanor, like the way that she carries herself is. It's like Helena, right? It's like Helena.
Helena's an old lady.
Helena is like 23, I think.
But she's 50.
24.
She's 23. No, she's 23 because Sayuri, the nurse girl, is 24. So technically, she's like the oldest. So, but the way that Helena carries herself is like she carries herself like she's like
like
mid
40,
to early,
like she's 40.
Yeah. But yeah,
like she's finally aged.
No, I think it's just like maturity levels are just across the boards.
Yeah,
that's
right. It's like Kasumi is like 18 in the game, but it's like the way that she carries herself, she's like early 20s or something.
I feel like if we're talking like this, the personalities don't match the age of the characters. That's
right.
But
that's basically what we're getting to.
But they have to do like the younger ages for everything.
Right.
It's just the way the marketing is. You know what I'm talking about.
Yeah.
Yeah. Also, it's been how many games and they're all still the same age? Like I don't think any of them have actually gotten older in the bios.
No, a couple of them have.
Oh yeah, like Kasumi and Ayane used to be NA. Which they didn't want to tell people that they were underage, but they were.
Right. Kasumi, Ayane, Kokoro all used to be NA.
Mm-hmm.
And then I think Tina was like 19 and now she's 21.
Okay.
Yeah. So a few of them got bumped up. So.
Okay.
Let's see.
DOA. The game will always try to defend to everybody.
Yeah, because it's a good fighting game.
It is a very solid fighting game. That's the problem.
The marketing sucks.
You don't have to tell me.
All this fucking loot and marketing garbage.
Mm-hmm. You know what's funny is Metacritic scores. Dead or Alive was like, actually no, let me see. Dead or Alive 2 was like it got the
pretty
best
good marks.
Yeah, it's got 91 out of 100. DOA 6. I'm not even seeing this.
Probably like a 60, 65.
Extreme 2 got a 53. Last round, because there's like 800 games. It's sitting somewhere between 70 and 84.
All right, that's better than I thought.
Yeah, I mean it's
it's like it's DOA 5, great game. Yeah. But then you add like 1,000 costumes.
Yeah,
it all costs money.
That's the thing. That's the annoying thing. Is the DLC? I think we put it up. You couldn't even put that much money in your wallet to pay for the DLC.
Yeah, you could, like if you wanted to buy 2 of the passes, you could.
Yep.
Because like you looked it up, right, Nate? Like the one time I think you were here, and like what was the maximum? Like 150, and each pass was like $93.
Yep.
Yeah.
Yep. I just don't I don't understand. Someone's like, even if like there's a small percentage of people who buy those DLCs, I can't imagine it's benefiting them really. If they were spending, if they cut the price down, maybe more people would buy the stuff. I don't know. Like, I feel like at some point there's some loss to having $96 DLC.
They should just like at least for last round, like at least towards the end of the lifespan of that game, they should have just cut their losses and been like, they would never do it. But like, let's say they came out with like a version of last round, right?
Yep.
With all the characters, all the costumes, and they charge it for they charge you $100. You can get all the DLC for in this game for $99.99.
They wouldn't, because they would still see it as a loss.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, it would be a significant loss, but it might entice some people to buy it.
I really just want to know numbers. How much are they actually selling of this $96 DLC every quarter?
I know, right?
You know what I mean? Because I feel it's not even like a year. You're not covered for the entire year. You covered for like a few months of DLC.
I think 5. Like, at least the season passes in 5, I think, would cover the year. But now in 6, they
don't. I feel like they cover like 3 DLC packs.
No, like in 3 like season, 3 months.
That's so crazy to me.
Terrible mark.
It's just so crazy to me. And somehow they're still not. Why don't we have like a Guitar Hero option with this kind of DLC? Where do you remember that for a while they were like, if you have older songs for another game, you can port this over to the new one and still play them in the new one?
Yeah.
Oh, all right.
No, Aaron posted something in the private chat, so it's fine.
I didn't see it. Yeah. So I mean, if we could at least get the costumes from 5 over to 6.
Oh, they're working on that, but they're just charging you more money again. They're just charging you money again.
It's just ridiculous. And that's one of the games where, remember how we said, fighting games you tend to play with other people, so you want to have the characters available.
Mm-hmm.
DLC though, fuck that. I only get the character costumes for the characters I play.
Yep.
Especially in DOA when it's $96 for a full list. Did they have individuals yet?
Yeah, they do on PC and I think Xbox One.
I think they might have added the patch for that for PS4, but that
because they had that ticket system.
Yeah, I think they added the individual sale of the costumes when they added the ticket system. I think, but yeah, I remember like when I first like really started playing fighting games a lot in Street Fighter 4. Like I'd want to buy like all the costumes to have like I'd want all the DLC. But now it's like basically because of DOA 5, it's like, no, I'm only buying the costumes for the characters that I play.
Yeah.
It was easier back in Street Fighter 4 because the costume packs were like $15.
Right. Or at least, like, especially now with Street Fighter, you buy that Champion Edition.
Mm-hmm.
That Champion Edition is a good deal.
Yeah.
All characters, all stages, 200 plus costumes.
But that's not up. Sorry, if you bought the game digital, There's no upgrade to championship, right?
Yep, there is.
Oh, there is now.
For $25. It's 30. It's 30 if you don't have it, but if it's an upgrade, you can get it for $24.99.
Oh, okay. That's actually a lot better.
Yeah, it's like I said before, like for me, like
Yep.
I'm missing 5 of the characters. Each character's $5, so like that the $25 alone would be made up for the price of the characters. But
And
then
that still gets you the other skins too, right?
right,
Yeah.
it's like I'm missing 5 characters, I'm missing 7 stages, and I'm missing God knows how many costumes. So
now are those wasn't there some DLC that was only available for, was it like tournaments? I think it was.
I think like Capcom.
Oh, there's
Yeah.
the Capcom Pro Tour packs that you can get.
Those are still separate. Those aren't in.
I think those are separate.
I think those
Okay.
are still separate.
Yeah.
Because I think like they list like Event Hubs listed like the costumes that you don't get. And I think the Capcom Pro Tour, obviously the Red Bull ones, but the Red Bull that's not really a big deal because that's just their either default or story costume with Red Bull logos on it.
Yeah.
So, but yeah, we love DOA, but their marketing really really sucks.
We love DOA. It's just they need to get their stuff together.
Right.
It's like they don't love themselves.
It's like y'all are charging this much money. It's like is your company in this much trouble that you're just this desperate to try to make up the money?
It doesn't make any sense. I don't think we're ever gonna understand them.
No. Just add tag mode.
Yeah.
That's all we're asking, guys.
It's like that would be a step in the right direction.
It's been in every game since 2. Why isn't it in 6?
Yeah. But anyway, let's see. So figure like we'll get into this Atlus news for a few minutes. So apparently, first off, you're right over there, Nate?
No, sorry about that. My headphones are buzzing.
Okay.
I'm trying to figure out if it was my headphones or if it's the microphone.
Okay.
It's fine.
So so this Atlus news, first thing, apparently, there were a few games that were submitted to the ratings board the other day for Nintendo Switch. Did you hear about those, Nate? Technical difficulties? Joe, can you hear me?
Yeah, I can hear you.
Okay.
Okay, sorry about that.
That's okay.
I lost audio and microphone.
Okay. Did you hear anything I said?
No.
Okay. So okay. We'll bring it back. Apparently, the other day, a few games were submitted to the ratings board for a Nintendo Switch. Did you hear what? One of them was an XCOM 2 collection.
Oh.
And another one being Catherine Full Body.
Wait. Catherine Full Body for PS4?
Yeah.
Isn't that already on PS4?
No,
For Switch.
Oh, for Switch. Okay, sorry. This is
Switch.
where I got. Okay.
Yeah.
I mean, Catherine, I feel like. Was Catherine on anything else?
It's Catherine Classic is on Steam.
I think that was also on 360, right?
Yeah, it was on 360.
Yeah,
it was on 360 and PS3, and then
Okay,
they
so
put out
it's-
Catherine Classic on Steam, and now they have Catherine Full Body on PS4, and apparently it's been rated for Switch.
Okay. I mean, Nintendo's been trying to. They'll put anything on their platform now.
I was gonna say I'm all for it because Catherine's a puzzle game. I like having puzzle games on Switch.
Mm-hmm.
Like having that game be portable, that would really.
Now, what was the other game?
XCOM 2 collection.
So, XCOM,
Sorry,
I could see me really enjoying on Switch.
Yeah, I feel like that's another game that would really benefit being portable on Switch.
Yeah, because I mean, yeah, that'd be really good actually on Switch. Because I could just take 15 minutes and play, and then put on standby and then come back to it.
Yeah.
Run a couple rounds of the same mission you've been on for like 2 days.
Yep, exactly. Well, when you have a team with people and they start dying, you have to start the mission over again.
Yeah.
You want to save their life.
Especially when you have a really good team and then one of them dies and you just run with it, and then
Just a
the
cascading
entire
failure.
team suffers.
Yeah.
No one's hitting their shots anymore. Everyone's getting hurt. It's just
Everyone's panicking.
worse.
Yeah. Listen, we've all had that moment in XCOM where we're pretty sure we have it until we don't, and it just starts spiraling out of control.
It's like, all right, I think I have this, and then Brutes came in and fucked my life.
Mm-hmm.
Like, all right, well, I can't play this game anymore.
And most of the levels are all the levels are randomly generated, so you don't even know what you're walking into.
Most of them. Some of them are just like story specific.
Okay.
Like the first UFO crash, the
the tutorial. You mean?
Yeah.
That one's. But like everything after that, I think is
like the first survivor you have to extract. I believe that one's also predetermined.
In 1 or 2.
In 1, because I've never played 2.
2. Wait, that would be interesting. Actually, I'd almost say we should set up a we should set up a series of videos for XCOM 2. just put all of us in there.
I mean, as long as you make me a sniper, I'm good.
I'll be like, I'd be good fodder.
No, Al, no.
He gets wrapped up by one of those snake ladies. Like, oh shit, no, Al. I mean, it's not a bad way to go, but we need you.
This is like completely off the topic of XCOM for a second, but I saw this Twitter video, right?
Yep.
Where apparently somebody had like a modded version of like Melee. I think it was Project M or something, right? And they had like, they had Snake, they had Sonic, they had like Diddy Kong in there, characters that weren't in Melee, and they had Daisy. And I guess they went to pick Daisy, and they picked Daisy, and it just said failure.
Oh God.
Oh, that's beautiful.
But
here's a medal.
So messed up.
Yeah. But XCOM having the XCOM 2 collection and Catherine Fullway, I feel like those are 2 games that would really benefit from being on Switch, being portable and stuff.
Oh yeah.
I mean, you got freaking Witcher 3 on there. I still think that game would make the Switch explode.
Yeah, that is one of those games where I feel like it would catch fire.
And also, apparently, there like patch came out which implements the cross save with like PC and Xbox or something.
Yeah.
Really?
Yep. You can bring your PC save over to Switch.
Yep.
How fluid is that though?
I have no idea.
Like, I wonder if it's fluid enough for me to say, play on the go, and then pick it up from my PS4 at the house. No, I still wouldn't.
Let's see. So, other Atlus news. Atlus, they put out a tweet. I think it was yesterday, where basically they were saying that we're not gonna make Persona 5 on the Switch unless people demand it, unless there's demand for it. And I'm just like, have you guys like not existed for like?
It's like, have they never been on the internet?
It's like, remember when they revealed Joker for Super Smash Brothers?
Now I wonder, like, how much work would it really be to bring it to? I mean, I know it's not a control save as Switch version,
right?
But how much work does it really? And they probably sent it to another publisher to
maybe
to port it over. I mean, is there another dev team to do it, like Bluepoint, since they do it for everybody.
I just like, because that spiraled in, like, I mean, it started with the Catherine full body thing, because everybody, it's like, Catherine full body is being rated for Switch, and then everybody's like, oh my god, P5R is coming to Switch, and then like Atlus put out that tweet, and then there was like a whole hashtag trending for worldwide for like 24 hours, and then people were like, oh, P5 should come to Switch, and P4 should come to Switch, and P3 should come to Switch, and I was like, I wouldn't be opposed.
I wouldn't be opposed, but really, it would be nice if Golden got ported.
I was saying this to Joe yesterday. It's like, if they announce Persona 4 Golden for Nintendo Switch, I'm like, Joe, I'm like, how fast would Nate run out and scoop this up?
I'd probably be pretty quick, because as much as I love 5, 4 was my favorite.
Yeah,
I mean, 5's also very up there. It's just that 4 was
Yeah,
thinking
that
that
like your day management, the time management, just down to a science.
exactly. It was one of those things where like I beat the hell out of that game.
Yeah.
There's so many hours. I just remember just playing that so much.
Yeah,
So,
it's like Persona 4 Golden
mhm.
is a good game from what I've seen of it.
Mhm.
And it's like it's on the Vita. And obviously, like, you know, even if you have a Vita, it's like finding a copy of this game, it's getting exceedingly rare.
Yes. And I will say that having it for Vita was one of those things where you're like, oh man, like if you want to go resell it,
Yeah.
you could sell it for pretty damn close to what you paid for it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But yeah, it's like, and then like, because people were asking, you know, for like basically a whole like Persona collection on Switch. And I'm like, I'd settle for 3, 4, and 5. No offense to 1 and 2.
That's so many hours.
It's like that'd be like the biggest time sink.
Well, that's like what you're running into with
Kingdom Hearts.
the Kingdom Hearts.
Yeah.
1,
Yep.
2, and 3 alone, not even including the side games.
Yeah.
Is 300 hours of content.
At least.
So
And
if you were to do Persona 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5, you're looking at what 150 each for each game?
At the very least.
I'm not even talking about like getting all the extra shit.
Yeah.
Talking about literally that's just what it is.
Right, because I remember like Persona 5, like one playthrough it's gonna take 100 hours easy.
Let me see. I'm looking at Persona 4.
Yeah, it's like, you know, like it'd be nice to have like the entire collection on Switch, but yeah, I'd settle for 3, 4, and 5. I mean, because I feel like, not saying Persona 1 and 2 weren't popular, but I feel like Persona, its popularity really kicked off at 3. Because 3 was pretty well received.
So Persona 4 has an average runtime of 80 hours. Let's see, Persona 5. Persona 5 I feel like it's higher than that.
Yeah, I think 5 is a
Persona 5. 122 hours is the average playtime for that one.
Yup. Sounds about right.
That does sound 100% correct.
It's like put like Persona 3, 4, and 5 out on Switch. 5 so like people can experience Persona 5 because it's a great game. 4 because it's a great game. 3 so we can hear Aaron complain about the Tartarus again. Or whatever that was called.
3 like I said, I unfortunately will say this. If you play Oh. You froze for a second. Or you're locking up.
I think I'm having a connection hiccup here for a second.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, I don't know, man. Persona 5.
Yeah, having a bit of a connection hiccup here.
We can hear you, and somehow Joe's fine.
Yeah.
And you guys are on the same connection.
Yeah, that's what's weird.
Yeah,
Oh,
it's going all over the place for me.
Oh no.
You seem to be good now.
Okay. Joe, was it hiccuping for you?
No, it was just your side for some reason.
This Wi-Fi.
Joe, are you hardwired or?
Yes.
Technically,
It's like in a sense.
it's weird because like I can't go hardwired into the router anymore because it just doesn't pick it up.
Okay.
So I put the Ethernet cord into the wireless signal booster.
Okay.
So it's
Your
wired,
wireless. It's a wireless bridge at that point. Yep.
and then the signal booster is like right on top of or right next to the router.
What? We'll have to talk after the show.
Yeah.
Because all 4 of those ports should be active.
The 2 that are free don't work anymore.
That's weird. Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
So anyway,
Yep.
it's like Atlus, you're freaking crazy. If he's like, oh, like, we're not making Persona on the Switch unless people ask for it. It's like,
I mean, there's a level of like they want to guarantee sales
yeah,
before they invest however so much money.
this is true.
But at the same time, it's Persona.
Because like,
And-
go ahead.
Go ahead. I'm pretty sure that Persona is one of those games where the people who love Persona will buy it again on the other system.
Especially with 5, because you know you have Joker in Super Smash Brothers and stuff, And it's like you have people like 'cause I actually joined in on the hashtag where it's like I'm like accessibility is key because you have people who play Joker and Smash and like Joker and they have a Switch and they want to play Persona 5, but they don't have
a PS4.
A PS4 and maybe like, oh, I'd only want to buy a PS4 for Persona, but I don't want to invest the money into it.
Yep.
Right.
You do have an untapped audience. Now, technically, Nintendo has Shinigami Tensei. That series.
That's another one people were still waiting for Shin Megami Tensei 5 news.
Yeah. So I mean, like technically they do have their Persona.
Yeah. So you got Shin Megami Tensei on 3DS. It's pretty good. And obviously you have Persona Q.
On 3DS. I mean, are we counting Persona Q? I don't know.
Mean, it's a spin-off. It's a good game, but it's a spin-off.
I don't know. Have you heard anything about Scramble? I haven't heard anything more about Scramble.
I know that like the demo came out for it in Japan.
Oh, not for us.
I was gonna say I was tempted to play it because like, oh, this is the steps that you can take to make a Japanese eShop account. I'm like, nah, it's too much work. I already did that with the Hong Kong PSN. But also speaking of which, Atlus has also put down their rules for streaming Persona 5 Scramble.
Yeah.
Did you hear about that?
Yeah, well, so they did it with 5 also.
Yeah, that's why I wasn't surprised by it. I was like,
so now it's funny because the Persona games are very story heavy. So they don't want people spoiling the story for people.
Right.
And the only people I can think of that were close to that was Guilty Gear. Guilty Gear, you can stream gameplay all day. But the moment you do any kind of story-related streaming is when they get you.
YouTube jail. 6 months.
YouTube jail for 6 months. Because I think, what was it? I think that one of the videos was, I think I was playing through story mode. Literally, like, a fight was over, and I just said, I'll just include the mid, cutscene.
Yeah.
And then to the next fight. And that's what got flagged, because the cutscenes was in there. And I think if you were to do native PS4 recording, it actually blocks out all the story scenes and then releases it after the story scene's over. Where Persona
in Guilty Gear or Persona?
In Guilty Gear. Persona, the entire game is blocked out.
Yeah, the entire game is blocked.
Yeah. Which, I mean, like, if you have a capture card, you can get around that, but still,
these rules with Persona 5 Scramble, it's like you upload, it's like, because obviously if you take a screenshot, it's going to have like the thing at the bottom saying Atlus, Koei Tecmo, that whole thing.
Yep.
And it's like, if your screenshots don't have that, you could get in a lot of trouble. It's like, they're like, oh, like Atlus isn't allowing screenshots through an external capture device.
And it's funny because every time you boot the game up, you agree to these terms.
Yep.
They like force you to agree to those terms before you can even get into the game. So it's not like you can bypass and just say, "Oh, I didn't see it."
Let's see. So Atlus has shared a message on their official websites detailing what isn't allowed, which you can find below. Uploading screenshots or videos requires you to use the console's own capture and share functions. Atlus will not allow screenshots or videos captured via personal capture cards. Can only upload videos to sites supported by sharing features on Switch and PS4. If you're showing event scenes and story scenes, you must clearly mention that there are spoilers. Footage screenshots also must show Atlus, copyright Atlus, Sega, Koei Tecmo games, all rights reserved. Do not upload the BMG music data or use gameplay footage for the main purpose of listening to the music. That one's kind of annoying. Because, like, I mean, obviously, like, these companies know that, like, their games have really good soundtracks.
Well, I mean, what was it? Because I bought Collector Edition for... Actually, it's funny. I have the Collector Edition for Persona 5, which came with the soundtrack, Steelbook, and I want to say art book. Hang on. Oh, things are dropping. Came with the art book. And it came with the little mini Morgana.
Nice.
But it also came with the soundtrack, which obviously I haven't even opened up yet. But the soundtrack, obviously, when you play these Persona games, they're pretty good for a video game soundtrack.
Right.
So they know that people want that music. I mean, now that's where it's kind of weird, right? Because they do say it makes sense. You can upload gameplay, you just can't upload story beats. They don't want you to. And I guess if there is any story beats in there, you do have to make sure you warn people beforehand,
Right?
Which is a little more lenient than what they did last time.
Yeah, because with 5, if you streamed it,
yep,
you could not stream past a date, and it was pretty early.
I feel like I'm trying to think what date that would be.
I think it was July. I think it was.
Oh, you
July.
know what? They probably don't want you going past Kamoshida.
Yeah, because I think initially it was it was really early. I think it was May.
Yeah, they probably give you, because I mean they probably have to get some of this out there, and the first dungeon is enough of a non-spoiler.
Yeah,
until you actually get to details of the dungeon.
It's just crazy. It's just, I mean, it's on one side of the coin, I understand it because they don't want the game being spoiled for people.
Mm-hmm.
But it's at the same time, it's I feel like Atlus is the one company that it's y'all are taking way too many steps, putting down way too many rules.
One of the rules though is very ambiguous because it's uploading gameplay for the sole purpose of listening to music. That's very touchy because technically if I'm playing a battle, if I'm just in a regular random encounter, and the battle music is playing, which is a normal main soundtrack just on loop, how can you tell me if that's for the purpose of the music or for gameplay? Unless it's literally just them standing around doing nothing while the music's playing, then I guess I can understand that.
Yeah, it's I can't think of any other company that have story driven games where they put down these many restrictions and stuff. Even Konami.
I want to say for a game that's super narrative based, the Uncharted games were very lenient. They don't care. They're just if you want to stream this entire from chapter 1 to chapter 15, go right ahead. They don't care. I mean, that's a Sony owned studio, so that could also be it. Them putting out the gameplay is more free advertisement for the game. You know what I mean? I just don't see anything wrong with it. And a lot of times now, especially if there's a new game in the store and I want to see how that plays, PS4 has it built in, so you can just go see someone streaming it and go see what gameplay looks like, what actual gameplay looks like, not a segment that's been cut out for the exclusive purposes of selling the game. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
So I mean, a lot of us are using that now as if this is a game I would want to play, I would just watch someone else playing it.
Exactly.
And Persona, I mean, given you kind of know what you're getting into before you buy a Persona game, I feel like there's no accidental, oh, this looks interesting, I don't think, for Persona.
Right.
I feel like you know what you're getting into, so you buy it.
It's they're putting out all these restrictions and stuff, but it's when you go to somebody's Twitch channel, it's it says what they're playing, at the bottom of the thing, so you know what they're playing usually.
Mm-hmm.
So people were I don't want anything spoiled, so I'm not gonna watch that. It's a tricky subject. I
don't know how many people are accidentally rocking into spoilers. You know what I mean? There's, if you haven't played the game, that alone, you go, oh, it's Persona 5. I've never played Persona 5. I might be walking into a spoiler.
Right.
It just is what it is. I don't know how else to describe it. It's when you start listening to these or watching these spoiler cast. If when we did the spoiler cast for what game was it?
Telltale Batman.
Yep. If the title says spoiler cast for Telltale Batman, I'm not gonna go in oh shit, I didn't play this game. Why am I listening to this? No.
Yeah.
It's advertised. This is what it is. But yeah, for some reason, every time you watch these spoiler cast, they do have to start out saying heavy spoilers for the game that we told you that we're spoiling in the name of this episode. So I mean, there are people who are idiots. Not gonna lie. So I'm sure it is happening to somebody, and that's why they're saying it like this. or someone's claimed that that's what's happened.
Yeah, it's just it's not surprising, like, because obviously, like, you know, Atlas. This article came out explaining like these Atlas rules and stuff, and like on one hand it sucks, but it's like on the other hand it's like I'm not surprised because I'm like, do you guys not remember what happened with Persona 5? You know, I don't know.
I mean, they still sold out the ass though for Persona 5.
Yeah.
I mean, when they still had worse rules than these. So I feel like if anything, this is lighter than what was
Yeah,
there
it is. Because the initial restrictions that they put on Persona 5, pretty heavy.
Yes. So, I mean, yes, we are talking about how this is still drastic, but it is technically a looser grip.
It's been worse.
Yes. Yeah,
it's like, listen up, kids. It's been worse.
I will be interested to see how many more take this route. Because, like, part of the issue, I thought at least, is uploading game footage from the system directly was, you know, lower quality than if you were to capture it yourself.
Right. Unless
I think maybe the Pro might be able to do 1080p capture. I can't remember.
Possibly, I don't know.
But the standard PS4 is stopped at 3720, I think.
Yeah.
And even that is like, for some reason, it's darker than what you actually played at. Like the picture seems darker than what you're actually playing the game at. And also, I noticed it when I was, I think, looking back at old like Assassin's Creed Black Flag captures I had, where like it seemed like it was actually darker than the actual gameplay.
Maybe.
And then when
like our Dumb Wrestling looks, does Dumb Wrestling look dark to you when you rewatch it sometimes, Joe?
No. I had that issue with King of Fighters 14, where I would record it and then it would look a lot darker on the recording, and I
maybe it's the game.
I don't remember how.
Okay. Yeah, I know like the in-game recorder, it just doesn't seem as good as obviously like external capture.
Right.
Yeah.
Because it's like you can't like mess with the settings or anything. It's like it's just locked at like what the console's locked at.
Yeah, because I think when I was doing the Dragon Ball Fighters and the Guilty Gear gameplay, that one was full bitrate 1080 60 for all those games. Then it still gets uploaded to YouTube, which, you know, compresses the shit out of it. But
yeah, you know, Atlus, they got their rules. I don't think it's not gonna affect sales at all because people are still gonna buy Persona 5 Scramble like crazy. People are gonna buy Persona 5 the Royal like crazy.
Yep.
They already put out the, like, obviously because Royal came out already in Japan, but it's like I think they've said it's like you can stream up until like I think it's up until December 24th. But after that, like the new story stuff that comes afterwards,
okay,
like, no, you can't.
So they're confirming that that's the same game until that point,
right?
Okay,
pretty much, yeah. Hopefully, like I don't know if they'll have like the entire game like blocked again. I hope they don't, so I can take screenshots or something without having.
I'm sure they
capture.
Will. I'm honestly sure they will.
They probably will.
Yeah. Now, actually, you know what? Maybe not, because if this is saying that, and that means they must be allowing it, because there is a line about saying that you can only upload to approved, like I can only upload to Twitch and YouTube,
right?
Because I think those are the only two platforms that are supported on PS4. I don't think there's anything else. Twitter, maybe? Yeah, Twitter, yeah. Well, there's not Daily Motion or Vimeo or So if they say that, that means they might have access to uploading from that,
right?
Using the in-game, you know, the in-system streaming options, and that's probably because they'll watermark the upload,
right? It's like if you like, you know, you take a screenshot on Switch, so it's gonna
it's gonna watermark that image for you,
right?
Yeah. So I mean that's probably all it is they will maybe open up gameplay but not stories, like how Guilty Gear does it. Yeah, which would be fine because, like you said, you just want to be able to take some screenshots.
Right. That's it. It's like it's like I try to be you know, aware of, you know, this game came out, so I'm not gonna talk about it like, you know, or post about it too much because it's like spoilers and stuff.
Well, that's the thing, right? So I'm trying to think of the main differences between 4 and Golden, and for some reason, I just can't. I know that there was different voice actors, and there was maybe some gameplay improvements.
Yeah,
but I can't think of like a main story change from 4 to Golden, at least right now.
Speaking of, this is like one of the final things we'll cover real quick, but apparently there is going to be something changed story-wise in Royal. Did you hear about that?
Yeah, I heard about that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's going to be the two
guys who judge was it God, I can't remember his name. The guy who essentially is his best friend.
Ryuji.
Yes.
Ryuji. The two flamboyant men that basically go after Ryuji.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Was it he's more accepting of the two guys? I think that's the change.
I didn't hear what the change was.
So the change was something like in the original game, he gets like spooked. He's like, oh god, he tries to find.
He's like, oh god, get away from me.
Yeah, and then in the new one, he goes okay, and then gets like a makeover or something like that, and then I guess as he digs the makeover, and that's it.
Oh, okay, that's all right.
And that's all this changes, but they just didn't want to make it look predatory. The two guys.
Yeah. That's right, because it's like I was telling Joe yesterday. It's like I'm fine with it because I didn't know about the change, but it's like because like people are like, oh, they shouldn't change this. And I'm like, well, to be fair, it's like the main character, the protagonist, and Ryuji. It's like they're like second year, third year high school kids, so they're like probably 16, 17 years old, and these two men are probably like much older than that, so it's predatory. And it's like so you're saying like, oh, that's fine, but like remember what you're dealing with at the beginning of the game with Kamoshida.
Yep, exactly.
Yeah. But yeah. Like before we start wrapping this up. Also speaking of spoilers, did you see the Sonic movie yet?
I have not.
Okay.
I have not. We were gonna go today, but we had a bunch of stuff to do, so
okay.
There was a lot of I guess DC fans who were what was it? I think it was trending for a while. They were saying that they watched the Sonic movie and left halfway through because of some comments that were made during the movie.
Well,
and took their kids to go see Birds of Prey instead.
Is that an actual thing? I feel like that's like a bot thing because
there were so many of these. I don't know how many. There's none of them are probably legit. 100%, none of them are legit. It's just a bunch of DC fanboys who were probably like, go see this movie instead of Sonic. And then they were doing the same thing for Birds of Prey and then Sonic.
Because I feel like people were also doing this for Venom and that Lady Gaga movie. They're like, it's like I went to see like Venom and like, oh, they said stuff that offended me, so I went to see A Star Is Born instead, and I felt better. That's why I'm like I see these tweets about like Birds of Prey and Sonic, and I'm like, is this
a thing? Like this can't be a thing. It is.
It was a thing. Yes.
Yeah. I don't think it still is. On other news, apparently, tomorrow is Futaba's birthday, which I didn't realize was a thing.
What?
Yeah.
So she has the same birthday as my son.
February 19th.
Yeah.
Yo, I mean Futaba, aka second best P5 girl.
No, that's a wrong statement. That's 100% wrong statement. just so you know. Also, I know Aaron, if he listens back or sees this, he's going to also agree with you probably. But is also the wrong choice. Number one.
I mean,
nope, number one.
But yeah. So yeah, tomorrow's Futaba's birthday. So have curry. Because she likes curry. She's always asking for curry.
Mm-hmm.
Don't have that Sonic the Hedgehog curry though. Because that look. Do you ever see that, Nate?
No.
It's like this, it's called Sonic the Hedgehog curry, and it's blue. It's curry, but it's blue, but it looks unnaturally blue.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Certain things in life just need not to be blue.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Anyway, about that Sonic movie, just real quick. Apparently, it's decent. I'm hearing a lot of really decent stuff about it. I'm like, okay, good, cool.
So, I mean, listen, I as a DC fan, I know this. If you go in there expecting a low bar,
yep.
As long as it's higher than that bar you set, it's an okay movie and it's fine.
It's like I go into things like with my bar on the floor.
Exactly. The less you expect from a movie, the more you'll enjoy it.
Exactly.
I'll just say that.
And like apparently one thing, it's like this is why I'm glad I didn't see it, but apparently Sonic flosses in the movie. I've seen the gif of that.
You know,
and I'm
this
like,
day and age, I'm not surprised.
Yeah.
I'm just not.
Though another thing, people say that Jim Carrey is really good in that movie.
Lies. That's all I can say is lies.
It's like people are like, yo, this is like Jim Carrey back in like the 90s. This is like prime. Jim Carrey's back in his prime. I'm like,
they're trying to compare this Jim Carrey to Ace Ventura Jim Carrey.
But like, a question. So is it Ace Ventura Jim Carrey? Like they're putting those performances together because they are the same performance, or are they just putting it like this is? I don't know.
You know, it's a very bold claim, but I'm not gonna see it to find out.
Right. It's like people say the movie is decent. I'm like, that's good enough for me. It's like it's made a decent amount of money at the box office and it's like its opening weekend. That's great.
Yep.
But you look very bewildered about something.
I'm sorry. I'm looking at the apparently there's a Persona 5 Royal crossover with Sword Art Online.
I think I heard something about that.
I'm confused.
Man,
like,
they're just crossing Persona 5 over with everything.
Is it in the game? Oh man, that'd be neat. Although this looks like a card game.
I think it's a card game. It's
That's disappointing. Oh no, it's an outfit.
Okay.
So essentially, you could play as Kirito.
Oh crap! Oh, what was it? I'm trying to remember. It was like this is a crossover you'd get a kick out of, Nate. Oh, it was I think it was that Star Ocean game on mobile that just got discontinued. There was they've had crossovers with stuff, and like literally like one of the scenes you're in freaking LeBlanc, right?
Mm-hmm.
And you have Joker. And they had a Persona 5 crossover. They had a crossover with like Guilty Gear. So you have freaking Joker interacting with Soul Bad Guy.
Oh.
So Soul Bad Guy was in LeBlanc.
Oh. I mean. Oh. Those characters, sir, not really. They shouldn't really interact. Just saying.
It's like, yeah, it was like a Star Ocean mobile game, and they had like a Persona 5 crossover and a Guilty Gear crossover and like other stuff. I'm like, what is this?
Yeah, I don't know, man.
Yeah.
That's crazy.
But okay, now you're looking very bewildered, Joe.
No, I'm sorry, I was looking at what Joe showed about the
There's a Monster Hunter thing coming to iOS and Android.
Yeah. Also, I was looking at the other thing too about the Overwatch and Diablo animated series supposedly in the works at Netflix.
Yeah.
Which I've said this before. I'd watch the hell out of a Overwatch anime or animated series.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Oh, it'd be nice if it was in the same CG company they have that does the animated shorts. If they did that as the rest of the series. I doubt it though. Well, I get like a hand drawn. Actually, Netflix partners. I shouldn't say owns. I was gonna say Netflix owns a handful of studios, but they have deals with a handful of anime studios.
Yeah,
that they could, because technically, they supported Trigger for Little Witch Academia, and they're like their exclusive streaming partner now. So that new show that's coming out, what the hell is it called now? Something new animal or something like that. Is coming out and it's going to Netflix only. So it'd be nice if they maybe got Triggered. I'd watch the hell out of that. Trigger is my platinum of anime studios.
Okay.
Like they do no wrong until they do.
Let's see.
Actually, I was gonna say on that note, I do have to go though.
Okay, I think we're about done anyway.
Yeah.
All right. So be sure to subscribe to the YouTube channel. You can watch all our episodes there, unedited. Or follow us on anchor.fm/college cheese. All of our edited audio versions are there if that's your preference. I'll be sure to put all of our social media links, Twitter and all that stuff in the description. Follow us on Twitter at college_cheese. And because I've started tweeting out like when we're going live, and you can send us questions or if you got any things you want us to discuss or anything like that. All that good stuff. So yeah, on that note, I'm Al.
I'm Joe.
I'm Nate.
And Aaron was here. But we'll see you next week with episode 148. So yeah. Bye.
See ya.